So we have with us Dr. Razawal Karim, and he is assistant professor in CIT and CRT in the Department of DICT. He will be taking us through the basics of cyber safety and security. So over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Angel. Sir, we need 5 minutes break. You need five
That
minutes
is where
break?
5 minutes break was given to walk around to explore art and culture. So you can just go ahead. Tea will come at only 11:15, ma'am.
मैं आपका फ़ोन है DVFM से वंदना आशीष वंदना मैम किसी का कॉल आया था बिंदु मैम का PPT
Start. Okay. Uh, Good morning once again. And so, if the tea arrives by 11, I'll be happy to leave by 11. Yeah, I'm as eager to join you guys for a cup of tea. और बहुत आसान से सिंपल सा टॉपिक है बेसिक्स ऑफ साइबर सेफ्टी एंड आई एम श्योर most of you are already well versed and ensuring that you yourself is secure in digital world. So uh, I'm not expecting that I'll be able to contribute much new to your already known things, but maybe just refreshing things that you already know. So in a very quick way, मैं ये 4-5 चीजें I'll try to cover. I'll try to discuss my understanding about cyber crime, what is cyber threat. When we say cyber safety and security, are they two different things or same word? What are some of the basic preventive measures we can take as an individual? What is digital footprint or digital evidence, and how do you deal in the event of a cyber attack if that happens, right? So I'll start with this data that I took recently from a website called Cloudflare. It tracks the traffic over internet across the globe. So this data is specifically for India for last 3 months. If you see average of last 3 months, so bulk of the users are mobile phone users. जो भी इंटरनेट में ट्रैफिक है आप देखेंगे 62.3% traffic is coming from mobile phone, which is obvious, right? It is matching with the things like all of us may not be carrying a laptop here, but all of us carrying at least one or two mobile phone in our pocket. So traffic is obviously through mobile. Uh, so we need to focus more on mobile security or securing our activities when we do it through mobile phone, right? Is one thing. Second data it is pointing out here is see the traffic. Traffic हम समझते हैं, right? Traffic is pretty simple word. Whatever we do over the internet, जो भी communication करते हैं, it leads to some traffic. हम जो भी कोई चीजें बेचते हैं, कोई receive करते हैं, or we download something, we upload something, all this communication happens over internet, either wired or wireless, and all this happens through small packets of data, right? I'm not going into detailing. So this creates some traffic. So in that traffic again, everything in the traffic is not human created. आप देखेंगे around 85-86% is human created. बाकी some bots, around 14% traffic is bots. So that means when you are communicating over the internet, there are non-human actors or non-human agents that are also part of the communication. So अगर हम if we try to understand who are they, who deployed them, what is their intent in this communication, when they are part of our communication, what they are doing, can we come to know that when they are communicating with us, can we differentiate between a human communicator and a bot? Knowing at least basics of all these things, I believe helps because we don't have a choice that we can use ICT or not, right? It has kind of become a part and parcel of our life. So knowing some of the basics probably help us safeguard ourselves. This is what is the agenda here. If you see top 10 most attacked locations across the globe, attack happens. Cyber attack I'm talking about. Cyber attack also, again I won't go into technicality. Cyber attack happens in many ways. But one technical word called DDoS, distributed denial of service. Wherein what happens is that you want to access something, uh, but I send some fake people before you there. So what happens? They jam the traffic. They already clog the network, clog the route, so that the legitimate people don't get access to it. what is called denial of service. So it is a intended activity. I slow down your things or I break down your services, right? So these are the countries in which this kind of attacks happen most. This is again 2005 quarter two data. So if you see, uh, I mean, it is not that some of the countries listed here are just the attackers; they also are attacked as well, including India, obviously. And these are the countries who actually create these kind of attacks. They are the sources, right? So knowing this also helps. If I have a website today, so should I open it for the world or should I open accept these countries? Like what way I communicate. So now coming to some of the basic concepts. So what is a crime? Crime we all know. Similarly, in cyber world, in the world of internet, anything that you do which is illegal, legally not permitted thing is cyber crime. That includes stealing somebody's personal information without his or her consent, merging into which you call as hacking into someone's website or personal store where somebody has stored digitally things, spreading a software called virus which can harm somebody else's software, computer, data, right? Or committing various kind of frauds over the internet is cybercrime, right? So this is just a list, detailing list, including cyberbullying, right? Stealing somebody's intellectual property, right? Somebody else has published something, and you download it and publish it or try to claim that it is mine. Yeah, one is plagiarism that you did not cite the source, although things are in public domain. But another is that I did not want you to use my resource even to cite it. So you are kind of stealing my intellectual property, IPR, piracy, kind of say movie. I mean, there's no point that you cite and you download it illegally from pirate sites, my movie, I mean, a production house movie, and you see it, or you download Microsoft Office from a some third party site. So you can't legitimize saying that I'm still using it for education purpose because Microsoft never declared saying that I will allow it for academic use free of cost, right? I mean, at least unless you download it from Microsoft website where Microsoft is giving you some 30-day trial is one thing. But somebody else, some pirate person has downloaded and uploaded in a third party site and you are going and downloading it from that site is nothing but illegal, right? Piracy. So when we talk about hacking, who does hacking? As we know, it is always not like some other country is doing, or some youngster who is trying to impress his friends in the college is doing hacking. It's not always like that. Even police does hacking, right? For law enforcement or for various other purposes. Even one country or one state does hacking against the other to steal information, to find out what is the agenda of the other, what is the plan of the other country. Politically, political parties do hacking against each other, right? So there and business entities also do hacking against each other. And then there are organizations wherein insider hacking also there, right? Like in finance, insider trading happens. Similarly, even hacking happens insider as well. Uh, so crime again some focus points on cyberbullying. I mean, this slide particularly may be more relevant for young, I mean, adolescent guys, like wherein they are specifically interested to bully, harass, or intimidate others in the digital world, creating and sharing edited fake videos, photos. Like yesterday's news was there, right? In Chhattisgarh somewhere, this triple IT student he was creating pornography video of his peer girls, and more than 1,000 videos he created using AI, right? And body faking and all this. So these kind of things are there. Um, Sharing someone's embarrassing photo or post about somebody in a social media, right? Even if you create a group and exclude somebody else based on some class, caste, or any other factor, that itself is nothing but a bullying, right? Uh, Other kind of crime that we may get become victim is shopping. Many a times when you visit Facebook, you get to see that some, I mean, pretty lucrative offers, unbelievable offers you get to see, and many a times we come to know many friends who lose money, who pay and order something but they never receive, right? So the point is, one is that we know, but does that mean we should not buy anything from such link in Facebook? That's what makes it tricky. Every link that you get to see on Facebook is not fake. Or I mean, there are Facebook is a platform for marketing also. So many business entities are doing marketing promotion. Even Amazon will be selling something through Facebook. Mintra will be selling something from Facebook. Amazon might be promoting NCRT books also from Facebook. So everything that you get on Facebook is not bad. But how do you as a user come to know that what is fake, what is not fake? That's the trick. So simple thumb rules that I follow is don't go for some e-commerce websites that are pretty new or very less known. At least check out with your colleagues, with your friends, family members, like some young newbody in the game in the market giving some deep discount. Don't easily get into them. This is what I believe. At least think twice or try to double check before paying. I mean, giving them your hard-earned money, right? And other related issues that happen is um, in which site you are giving your credit card details, your OTP, and all these. And these browsers these days will ask you, can I save your credit card, including your CVV? So that next time I will know, I'll not even. Banks have created CVV as security mechanism, right? So that is kind of a secret pin which you are supposed to enter every transaction. But these days, everybody is trying to give us convenience in life. So in the name of convenience, even browsers are saying, "Ki, I don't mind storing your everything. So next time when you just click your credit card, you'll directly get a OTP." So what I'm doing is today I'm not carrying any credit card in my wallet because all things are saved on the browser. I just go and pay. So is it safe to save your credit card on just any website? Probably not. Because when you are saving means allowing him to save your credit card means you are giving him everything. All that he needs is to lure into giving your OTP, right? And we all receive fraudulent calls, right? कि और आपका मोबाइल नंबर सिम एक्सपायर होने वाला है KYC करो and all this. This is a pretty routine thing. Digital arrest is something which I believe many of you have known. I have many known people, including people in NCRT, who fall victim to digital arrest, right? तो ये बहुत common है. I hope you know it. But the challenge is कि how do you ensure that you again don't fall victim to it? Because these fraudsters are pretty innovative. वो एक ही टेक्निक लेके नहीं आते हैं. They keep on innovating. They are pretty innovators that way, right? They keep on bringing new strategy every time, and people are falling victim. Even so-called people who think that they know technology to a great extent, they still fall victim. It is not that only people who are less tech savvy are falling victim. It's not like that, right? So, how do we ensure that we don't fall victim to one more cyber arrest? So we all should know that certain service delivery of certain services are still not digitized, right? Like policing. Policing, I mean, policemen will not still do some of the things digitally. I mean, they will still visit you physically to fact check things. Or if somebody lodges a complaint in 101 or 116 or 100, then a policeman is supposed to come, right? So is the ambulance service and such kind of service, delivery of justice and all these, right? So I don't know how people are believing that some police station somebody is giving them everything, including bail and online, and they are falling victim to, right? But the problem is, see, in fields like healthcare, most of the things are now digital. Including if you order some medicine, a doctor will call you and say that if you don't have a prescription, they will comply with the government of India law that I'm a doctor and I'm verifying your disease before selling you the prescription drugs, right? That's what they do. But how do you know that tomorrow when you get a call that that doctor is genuine or fake, right? So these are areas where we need to be very alert we should know that people from ED or CBI will at least try to give you a proper hard copy of document and notice before they come you or arrest you and all this, right? Uh, these whatever we discussed right now, cybercrime, shopping scam, fraudulent call, arrest, all these are crimes, right? Crime that is happening in the society on a day-to-day basis and how we can safeguard ourselves. Now there are cyber threats. What is cyber threat? A threat is a potentiality to happen a crime, right? A potential danger or malicious activity that can cause us harm through virus, malware, ransomware. All these three first terms that I listed here are nothing but a piece of software. For us, a small piece of software called virus, you call it malware, you call it ransomware, that somebody can plant on our device. How they can plant? When you download a pirated movie, when you download a pirated software. Because there is no free lunch, I believe, in this world, right? So when that guy is giving you a piece of software for free, he or she is also giving you some piece of virus along with their software. So when you're installing their software, you are planting, downloading their software, you're planting their virus also in your computer. And what a virus can do? A virus can do what its developer has decided. It can simply corrupt some files in your operating system so your computer will not work. Or what it can do is it can silently remain inside your computer and keep on monitoring your activity, right? वो क्या था इजराइल वाला पेगासस. People are not even able to find out that their iPhone has a Pegasus or not because it doesn't alert you anything. It doesn't show its physical activity anywhere. It doesn't leave a footprint, but still it is monitoring your each and every activity, right? So that kind of malware can also be there. Other thing is phishing and social engineering. We will discuss more here, right? So when we say malware, वो क्या है? Malware is a malicious software which is designed to cause damage to a computer, server, or network. And what it can do, its purpose is to disrupt, damage, or gain unauthorized access to your systems, right? Uh, how it spreads? It spreads largely through email attachments, software downloads, and clicking on malicious links, right? So I will also not go into these specifics of difference between virus and worm and all these. Trojan horse होता क्या है? ट्रोजन हॉर्स इज यू सी समथिंग ऑन द सरफेस जो आपने एमएस ऑफिस डाउनलोड किया कहीं से, उसके अंदर छुपा हुआ है एक मालवेयर भी, सो व्हिच यू डोंट इवन सी, राइट? सो ऑन द सरफेस यू गेट समथिंग, behind it, alongside it, somebody else piggybacks and you get something else also, but it's a malware, right? देन अब तो वो सब इस्तेमाल ही कम होने लगा. साइबर साइबर कैफे में की लॉगर्स हुआ करते थे, right? Even in ATMs, keyloggers, wherein below the keyboard they will put one more hardware जो क्या कर सकता है, whatever keys you are pressing they will come to, so that way they can capture your password, they can capture your username and all this, right? Then there are rootkit. What is a rootkit? Rootkit is a collection of tools or programs that enable administrator level access to computer or computer network. Why I'm mentioning it here is, in simple terms, rootkit is something like you are giving access to somebody to certain parts of your house. So most of the guests will be given access up to the drawing room. I mean, known guests or some family members might get entry to the other rooms. So this is pretty similar to what you do when you install a app either in Android or iOS. Each app, when installed or just after installing it, asks you certain permissions. Access Permission to access your camera, permission to access your microphone, permission to access your photo gallery, isn't it? You would have noticed, and we happily give those permissions, right? So when you are giving those apps the permission given is one time. So what is happening? Or permission to track your location. Some apps give you ask me every time when I use open the app. right? Always give permission, or allow allow the app to track only when I use the app. So three options. One is you are saying that every time I open the new app, it will ask me should I give him the location access. I'll say decide. Second is let the app track my location only when I'll open that app on my phone. And third is I don't bother. I have given him complete access whenever the app wants to track my location. Just an example. So these what are these three things? Location, your camera, your microphone, your photo gallery. If you see, these four places are closely related to our privacy. The location tells us where we are, when we are, how long we are. Camera gives us a personal moments, right? Camera, if I can get access to your camera, probably I can try to open it and record various things. If I can get access to a microphone, I can capture whatever you are discussing, whatever you are discussing. Right? So these four things are pretty critical, including fifth one, permission to read your messages. You'll see most of the apps will ask, right? अगर आप e-commerce साइट में जाते हैं, when you purchase something, तो अगर आप ऑनलाइन या क्रेडिट या डेबिट कार्ड से कर रहे हैं, so you get an OTP, right? So traditionally, what we do is we will down the bring the window down and we'll see the OTP has come. We'll open it, read it, then open the app again, go and paste type the OTP. But this is what we are doing. We are giving permission to that app itself to read our SMS. So we don't go out of the app. Suppose we are buying from some XYZ website, say Nika. So we are inside Nika Fashion, and there itself I get the OTP and I touch on the OTP box, and the OTP gets entered automatically. All I need to do is just submit or pay, whatever the button is. Everything is pretty smooth and useful. But how that app is able to read my SMS, because it has taken my permission to read my SMS. So since it can read my SMS, it can read all my SMS, right? So we need to be very careful while doing this. All this we are giving root access to various apps. So what you can do, through your settings, inside your settings there is app setting. In that you can time to time control, or you can remove access to various kind of permissions given to different apps. And going ahead, we can try to be more sure or more alert before giving somebody or some apps permission to various things, because these 4 5 things are crucial, right? So spyware, as I already said, hidden from the user in order to gather information about internet interaction, keystroke, password, and other valuable data. और adware क्या होता है? Adware is something again a piece of software जो हमारे पास आता है और हमारे गतिविधि को देखते हुए पर्सनल रिकमेंडेड एड देता है. It may not harm us directly or indirectly. It suits the business. But the problem is, it is also able to monitor our activity. I am able to show you ads because I am able to monitor whatever you are doing online. तो आप कब किस वेबसाइट से क्या खरीदा, उस हिसाब से मैं आपको, आप किस वेबसाइट से जाके फ्लाइट खरीद टिकट लिए कहाँ जा रहे हैं, उस हिसाब से आप दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म वेबसाइट खोलिए, वहां आपको उसी जगह का कैब दिखा देता है, होटल दिखाने लग जाता है. These are all possible through adwares, right? So on surface things, if you look at it, there is nothing wrong. Probably on service मिल रहा है. But the problem is somebody is able to monitor our activity each and every step. हम कब गए, कहाँ नहीं गए, कैसे गए. Right? So ransomware, I hope you guys are aware of. Ransomware is again a software hacking basically, wherein अभी जो एम्स में हुआ था पिछले 2 साल पहले, wherein a powerful cyber attack will happen, और उसमें क्या होगा कि they will lock all your data और आप पैसे मांगे depending on how valuable your data is, right? अब मेरे कंप्यूटर का एक फोल्डर लॉक भी कर ले, आई डोंट बॉदर प्रॉब्ली कि ले जा. बट इमेजिन इफ इट इज एम्स और इफ इट इज आरबीआई और इट इज आई मीन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, गवर्नमेंट एंटिटी और प्राइवेट बिजनेस एंटिटी, तो वहां बहुत सारे रैंसमवेयर होते हैं, राइट? So there was a board I saw demonstrated on the Chennai airport when we were getting बड़ा करके लिखा हुआ है कि every minute में 27 business organization in India gets victim to ransomware attacks. Every minute. So this is a pretty dangerous things. So ransomware came into became famous, infamous rather. WannaCry अटैक हुआ था 2017 में. उसमें क्या हुआ था कि वो लोग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम यूज कर रहे थे. ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में पैचेस आते हैं, अपडेट आते हैं. आई होप यू ऑल नोटिस व्हेन यू यूज एनी मोबाइल एनी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम आपको यू कीप ऑन रिसीविंग अपडेट्स. सो व्हाट आर दोज अपडेट्स? इफ यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, पहले दो तरीके से अपडेट आते थे. वन इज वर्जन अपडेट, मैंने एक वर्जन लाया, उसमें आई गिव यू एक्स नंबर ऑफ फीचर्स, देन 1 year डाउन द लाइन I work and I bring in x plus 5 number of features. So that's a different version. मैंने कुछ improve किया, कुछ घटाया, कुछ नया लाया. That's a version. One used to come as patches. Patches मतलब क्या है कि आपने कोई चीज live कर दिया. You give access to a software, you sell it in the market, distribute in the market, and while using, people report or you yourself realize that कि यहाँ पे कुछ दिक्कतें हैं. So over a period of time you repair those things and then you release the next version. अभी कंपनी क्या करती है, वो डिफरेंशिएट नहीं करती है. एवरीथिंग इज गिवन एज अपडेट्स. तो हमारे लिए क्या है, सब कुछ अभी अपडेट है. अपडेट देख के ये पता नहीं लगेगा कि इज इट जस्ट सम एडिशनल फीचर्स और इज इट दैट दे हैव प्लग्ड ए लूप होल, राइट. देयर इज नो सॉफ्टवेयर. जैसे आप इस कमरे को देखेंगे तो इस कमरे का भी अंदर जाएंगे तो बहुत सारे देयर विल बी स्टिल स्कोप फॉर इंप्रूवमेंट. मैसनरी से लेके जहां भी देखें. सो सॉफ्टवेयर भी डेवलप जब होता है, देयर विल स्टिल बी लॉट ऑफ स्कोप फॉर इंप्रूवमेंट. देयर विल बी लूपहोल्स which somebody can exploit to get into and do some malicious things. There is always possibility. So the mechanism is you keep on testing, keep on improving. So क्या होता है, that's how people keep on bringing updates. So the point I'm trying to draw here is we should never shy away from updating our devices. जब भी आपके पास अपडेट आए, आपको अपडेट करना चाहिए. You should not defer or delay the update because updates are invariably going to help you make your system more secure from threats. अपडेट्स लगता है कि टाइम टेकिंग है, स्लो है, या इतना डाउनलोड करेगा कौन बैठ के एंड ऑल दिस, बट we should take the pain to keep all our softwares, devices, mobiles always updated is what is suggested. Because this happened because Microsoft released a patch and then these guys did not update it, and then somebody else took the advantage of it, and then this happened, right? So I'll skip ये जो Stuxnet worm attack हुआ था ईरान में and centrifuge में and all this in the Iran enrichment in back in 2010, right? So most common type of cyber threat that is posed to us is through phishing. Phishing क्या होता है? जितने सारे स्पैम मेल आपको मिलता है, जितने सारे malicious कॉल मिलते हैं, मैसेजेस मिलते हैं, जस्ट बिकॉज यू गॉट ए कॉल डज नॉट मीन कि आपको अटैक हो गया, साइबर अटैक हो गया या साइबर क्राइम हो गया. बट दे आर पोटेंशियल्स. अगर आपके उसके विक्टिम बन गए सो यू कैन फॉल विक्टिम टू ए साइबर क्राइम क्रिमिनल, राइट. सो फिशिंग में क्या हो रहा है? फिशिंग में इट इज मोर ऑफ सोशल इंजीनियरिंग. इट इज लेस ऑफ टेक्निकल, मोर ऑफ सोशल इंजीनियरिंग. पहले होता था ना कि अब हमारे कोई परिचित का अकाउंट हैक होता था और वो विदेश जाते थे और फिर वी यूज्ड टू गेट लॉस्ट हिज वॉलेट एंड वी यूज्ड टू गेट कॉल कि पैसा दो एंड ऑल दिस. सो सोशली मैनिपुलेटिंग पीपल टू गिव यू पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन, टेक्निकली गेटिंग योर थिंग्स एट टाइम्स इज प्रीटी डिफिकल्ट. बट अभी क्या कर रहे हैं लोग? फोन करके somehow they are getting OTPs through various mechanisms. Right, so these are nothing but social manipulation, social engineering. That is the most common source of making people lure into the cyber crime, I mean cyber criminal activity. Yeah, getting an email like your account will be locked or you have won a prize and all this, right? A cyber crime in which scammers send a malicious email to individuals or mass users by impersonating a known individual or a business partner. Sometimes you'll see in Facebook that this Infosys founder is sending a business plan, or our finance minister is giving a business plan that you invest this much and you get this. Many people are falling victim to that. They're investing and they're losing their money because they're impersonating that known um, person, right? Another kind of cyber threat phishing में ही आता है, वो क्या है? Faking website. कई बार आपको ईमेल मिलता है, ईमेल का जो यूआरएल होता है from the bank or from an organization, suppose if it is icici.co.in, so it will be ICICO या ICICE.co.in. So हम इतने जल्दी में होते कौन इतना यूआरएल पढ़ेगा, right? So you click onto it and you open a website which looks pretty same as ICICI Bank website, and then you don't feel anything suspicious about it. You start giving your every detail, and that's how you end up giving your personal data, right? So what is the way out? Always, if you are accessing a sensitive website involving your data or finance, just google that website instead of linking on that website जो आपकी email में आया है. Just go to google and open the website. That is more safe because google में they rank websites. Search engine ranks the websites, so more commonly used websites, more known websites will come at the top. कोई फेक आईसीआईसी बना भी देगा तो फेक वाला उतना लोग यूज नहीं किए होंगे जितना ओरिजिनल आईसीआईसी को यूज किए, राइट? एंड ओवर द इयर्स तो गूगल के रिजल्ट में हमेशा ओरिजिनल आईसीआईसी बैंक ही पहले सर्च में आएगा. So that is a indirect way of ensuring that we are visiting the right website instead of linking on such institutions website through a email or SMS link or WhatsApp. Better go to a browser, search it, and then access it. Right? So I'll skip all this. Social engineering, I see psychological manipulation, understand human behavior and their expression. Uh, ये सब जो मैं शुरू में कह रहा था कि different type of cyber threat happens, ransomware happens, which is the most, then DDoS जो I was trying to explain, then data thief, stealing data, malware, social engineering and all these. Uh, what are the different intent or motivation of the people for doing cyber crime? क्यों करते हैं, right? So cyber security, that's why is considered to be an important aspect of everybody saying that cyber security should be part of school curriculum. Every child, every teacher should be oriented about basics of cyber safety and cyber security and all this, right? So as an organization, when you think about integrating cyber safety in your curriculum or in a teacher training aspect, there are three, four aspects. One is obviously technical aspect. They should know some of the basic technicalities. दूसरा है ethics. Ethical aspect also plays a big role in ensuring that we are more safe. Then social aspects, because cybercrime, as I say, happens largely through social engineering and psychological aspects. Right? So security is a continuous process. You don't think that I took three, four steps and I'm secure forever, because the other guy also is keep on evolving, right? So सिक्योरिटी और सेफ्टी को अगर हम डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, साइबर सिक्योरिटी focuses on securing your devices, your computer programs, your data from unauthorized access, and safety is what step we as human being take, our behavior in the cyber world to ensure that we are safe and responsible use of technology to combat cyber crimes and protect digital assets, right? So some of the common suggestions that are given are, uh, should try to be a responsible netizen in the cyber world. That comes more from ethics side, that we should respect the privacy of others. We should report and flag content that we find to be abusive or illegal, right? We should always try to adhere to copyright restrictions. We should avoid cyberbullying, right? These are largely driven from the ethics side. If you are orienting students and teachers on all this, sensitizing them, right? Report online bullying, obtain software only from trusted sources, connect only with known individuals, be mindful of your digital reputation, in the sense, think twice before you share something, right? Verify the fact. If you don't know, just resist the urge to just forward it something, just something you got and you found that is very, very interesting. but please check it twice or try to fact check from three other sources. What the claim is it authentic, is it not? So knowingly or unknowingly, you may hurt somebody, or if not, at least you are ruining your own reputation in the cyber world. Right? So, what are some of the preventive tips? Wherever possible, keep your software always updated. As I said, that includes your operating system, Android, iOS, iPhone applications. Be cautious with email attachments and links. If some unknown is sending you some attachment, better to avoid those attachments or links clicking on them. And we should always use strong password, unique password, and we should also change them regularly. Use multi-factor authentication. Somewhere we are going and it is asking कि आप password भी दो and फिर OTP भी डालो. We may find it very disturbing and annoying, but this ultimately is designed to help us. So that even if somebody knows a password, or शायद OTP नहीं जानेगा, that way we can safeguard ourselves. So multiple factor of authentication, right? We should regularly back up something really important. अगर है, we are collecting some data which is really important, taken some time. We should back it up in multiple places, right? So this I have already said, to avoid clicking unknown links, right? So as I said, trusted method of contacting the company via phone number, app, or website directly, right? Visit HTTPS based websites. Some of the websites you will find that HTTP, those are old versions of HTTP protocol, so these are less secure than HTTPS, right? And preferably use a different password for each social media platform. If not, maybe you can categorize your things into different domains. Like for social media, I can use something, this kind of things. For my finance things, this kind of things. For my email, some another kind of password. Whatever is convenient, right? So we should use a combination of lowercase, uppercase letters, numbers, and special characters for passwords. We should not use any personal information because personal information is so easy to guess for others. We should avoid using common dictionary words in the passwords. We should not write it down or share it with anyone, right? And even if you are have to share it with somebody in some circumstances, at least we should take the effort to change it immediately. You are traveling and your office has to access something and you gave it to your colleague and all this. But whenever you get time, you should change it, right? And we all know that nothing gets removed in digital world. Footprint हम जिसे कहते हैं. Once you do something, it is recorded. Right? Even if you delete a post, it is still there. And as we know, everybody is behind data because data is the feature fuel. So everything gets stored. Storing is not the challenge. Problem is how somebody is using it. It can be used for good and bad, both the intent, right? So if you look at just an example, it is not that only Google is tracking us. Everybody is tracking us. So if you look at Google, these are some of the things that we commonly use. Whatever you are doing, everywhere Google is able to track it. आप ड्राइव में रखिए, आप ब्राउज में जाइए, यूट्यूब में जाइए, कैलेंडर में जाइए, मैप में जाइए, मेल में जाइए, सर्च में जाइए, ड्राइव में जाइए, न्यूज़ पढ़िए. So everywhere, so Google probably knows us as a individual. It has a model of, it creates a model of every individual. So Google has its own modeling about us. So probably it knows me better than many of my close friends because it minutely tracks me over years based on evidence. So evidence-based tracking is doing all this organization, right? So I'll skip all this. What is evidence? And these are largely related to अगर कहीं crime हुआ, किसी ने crime किया. So when this for cyber forensic people come, तो वो किस चीज को evidence मानते हैं digital में, right? ये सारे चीजों को digital evidence, e-evidence माना जाता है, right? So cyber attack हो भी जाए, तो क्या करना है? Not to panic. जो होना था हो गया है. Try to understand the type of attack. Disconnect or isolate affected devices from the network to prevent further damage. Right? Change your passwords immediately, even if you have fall victim to cybercrime. And use some antivirus software to scan your system. And you ensure that your operating system and all of the softwares are updated or not. Right? और ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का 1930 नंबर है, आई होप यू ऑल नो, टू रिपोर्ट एनी साइबर क्राइम हेल्पलाइन है ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स का, एंड दे हैव दिस वेबसाइट एज वेल, cybercrime.gov.in, right? So wherever you go, wherever you interact with the teachers, my humble submission will be please pass on these two things, that is 1930 and cybercrime.gov.in, so that many a times people don't know where to report, right? So in the era of AI, misinformation, fake news, deep fake, ये बहुत ज़्यादा है. People are, to be honest, clueless how to deal with it, because AI is able to create virtually everything. आप कुछ भी दीजिए उसको बदल के वॉइस बना दे रहा है लोगों का सेम एंड ऑल दिस, राइट? सो वी आर ट्राइंग टू यूज इट टू ट्रांसलेट आवर CIT's video into multiple languages, which is a good use probably, right? हमने एक बार बना लिया वीडियो, will translate into multiple languages. But a bad person can use and clone my voice to call somebody else and claim something or do something. So technology is technology. It is up to us how to use it, but they are being used in a bad way. So deep fake, we are living in an era where lots of deep fake. Deep fake means वो fake की जिसको पता ही लग रहा है fake है कि real, differentiate करना मुश्किल हो रहा है. So in such kind of situations, what we can do as a user, and these kind of deep fakes spread like a fire in social media platforms, right? Politically sensitive, communally sensitive information we have often seen, right? So we should try to fact check, double check from multiple sources. आप NCERT web WhatsApp group देख लो. I hope many of you are part of it. Many a times, many people are posting something, somebody else is fact checking and some posting something else saying कि what you just posted is wrong, right? So it is happening routinely. Because people are thinking that, oh well, I got something very interesting, very informative, I should share it with all my friends in the group, तो जल्दी से forward कर देते हैं, right? But that turns out in many of the cases, majority of the cases, to be incorrect. So we should try to fact check, because many times when you are sending something with others, they may get influenced thinking that अच्छा इनसे आया है, अच्छा ही होगा, सही होगा, right? So with this, I'll stop here. It's already 11, so as I promised, I finished early. So thank you for listening to me. Yeah. Can somebody check? चाय आया, तुम भी चाय पिला दो. Sir. Sir.
एक क्वेश्चन है. आपने कहा कि एंटीवायरस इंस्टॉल करना चाहिए साइबर सिक्योरिटी के लिए. But what is happening nowadays, all the new machines, they are mostly coming with Microsoft 11 Windows, which is having auto update, and there is one antivirus which is provides inbuilt. How long we can say that if we do not have antivirus, the Windows originality and the Microsoft security essential is with that. So will that be sufficient or not?
For our kind of use, Microsoft Security Essential is enough. But if you are a very sensitive organization, or if you are a user wherein you are using something like Ubuntu और सॉफ्टवेयर लिनक्स बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर ओपन सोर्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, तो वहां पे बेहतर है कि आप कोई एंटीवायरस यूज करें. ओके. अदरवाइज तो फॉर आवर रूटीन थिंग्स माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एसेंशियल इज एनफ.
Because Microsoft is also working on the security part.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Instructional design अभी पढ़ाई क्लास